everybody. Hope everybody's doing really well today. I'm here to do the last part of my coloring book collection video series. So I did 3 videos of my non-color by number books. And this video will be about my color by number books, as well as the handful of one color kind of coloring books that I own. And I honestly thought this video would be super short, but then I just put the stack next to me and it's a stack. Actually, it's 2 stacks. So I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, it's gonna be another long one. But I refuse to make this into 2 parts because the non-color by number videos were multiple and long. So I'm gonna try to be less chatty with this one, but no promise, actually 0 promises. But anyways, the first books I'm going to talk about are my Hatchet Heroes books, and I have a handful of them. I definitely don't own as many as some of the avid Hatchet collectors, but I did live in Germany for a while and it was much easier to get those books there. So that's kind of why I own the ones that I do. The first book and my only like pixel book from them is the Buddies book. And I really enjoy pixel coloring books. I find them relaxing and just genuinely fun. So that's this one. And I don't know a lot of these characters. Like, for example, I think this is from like Zootopia, I think is the movie. I've never seen it. I don't care. I just enjoy the coloring process and I enjoy seeing these cute little like creatures. So I'm okay with having never seen the movie, but yeah, I was going in order, but then I've also gone out of order. Yeah, a little bit of everything. I might have a tally somewhere. Yeah, I have 17 pages done out of 40. So I'm close to the 50% mark, but yeah, I really, really enjoy this book. I haven't colored in it in a while, and I think I should change that. And then I have only one of the Grand Classics books. I would really like to own all of them, and I also really want the Disney Vitro color by number that they've released, I think December or November of 2022. I have the original Vitro, the non-color by number one, but I also want the color by number one. But anyway, so I have the Grand Classiques Volume 8. I purchased this when it first came out, and I am more than 50% done. I have done 54 images. I just really enjoy this book. This was actually done in pencils. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. This is from January, so a recent completed image. I really enjoy that these books also have the solutions in the back. But yeah, really nice one. Then I have volume 2 of the Optical Illusions color by number books. I don't know how up to date this tally is, but it says I've done 33 images. So if you're not familiar with these books, they're different from the Grand Classics ones because they have this like image that makes you think this is what it's gonna be, but then it never is. So that's the optical illusion part. So I've done, some 33 according to the tally. Really enjoy it. The one thing about this one is that it doesn't always have the black outline. I know some folks love the black outlining. I also do. Some of their pictures do, like this one, for example, has the black outlining, but not all of them. So just keep that in mind. But also a really nice one. And then I also have volume 3 of the Optical Illusions. I'm tempted to say this is the newest one, but I'm not fully sure. I feel like lately, especially lately, they've been really coming out with a lot of books, so this might not be the newest one from the Optical Illusions anymore. I don't know how many I've done. I think I've been going in order in this one. So I've done these 2, these 2, these 2, and this one. So yeah, I think I've been going in order. Let's see. Yeah. So guess I've done 7 images, and the later versions of books tend to be more detailed. So like this has smaller areas as compared to some of their older books, and no black outlines. So you will see that there's some outlines here. I think they were supposed to be a different color. I just made them black. There's no black outlining on Bambi here. There's a little bit of brown here and there, but not everywhere. So if you are somebody that really wants to have the black outlining in your images, 'tis not the book for you. But if you don't mind not having the black outlining, it's a really cute one. Then I also have one of their circle books. I have the babies one. I can't remember which other ones they have, but the babies one just seemed really adorable. I don't know how many I've done in here. Let's see if there's a tally in the back. I haven't done too many. This is a newer book to me. No, I don't have a tally anywhere. I apologize. So something that I did not know is that this book has 2 styles of circles. So there are the big ones that will have images looking like this, or there are the little ones that will have images looking like this. I prefer this kind. I find these to be super duper tedious. I will still color them, but enjoyment wise, I prefer these ones. So you'll see they looks like this. And then you just go in and you color. It's so fun. This image remains to be one of my favorites. I think I've also skipped around. Yeah, so did this one. Please excuse the awful skin tones I chose. So I think when I got this book at this point, I had very minimal water alcohol markers left. Water-based, sorry, that made no sense. I had limited number of water-based markers. So I was really trying to pick ones where I had the colors. So haven't done too many, but I have done some. And then speaking of detailed books, Princesses is quite detailed. So with this one, I was quite surprised when I first purchased it and to see how detailed it was. I did get it like basically right as it came out. I've done 11 images in here. Again, not sure how up to date that tally is, but let's see. So just by looking at the image, I feel like you can tell that it is more detailed than some of the other ones. So I did that one. Let's see. I have this one. There's also some images of castles, so it kind of looks like stained windows with various castles. So I did this one in pencil. Here's another like stained glass image. But yeah, I have a full flip of this book on my channel where I go through the solutions if you're interested. What is this? Oh. But yeah, I really, really like this book. They also now have a villains one. I think they also have one of like beasts, so like animals. I really want to get the villains one. I think that one will be fun. Don't they also have one? They have the winter one, which I don't know. The winter one, I saw some mixed reviews on because folks were saying like it was kind of repetitive at one point and there's just a lot of snow, which I get it for winter, but I don't know if I want to color that. So I don't know about the winter one, but the villains one looks really cool. All right, so the next stack, and I mean stack, is my George Tufexis collection. I absolutely adore his coloring books. Yes, they're detailed, but I really enjoy the finished result, and I really kind of take it as like, not a puzzle, but kind of a challenge in a way to try and find all the areas with the right numbers and everything. So I'm a huge fan of George Tufexis. And that's why I have seven books in front of me. Yep. I had one other one that I did on haul while I was still in Germany. It was the street signs, street view, something like that. I just wasn't reaching for that one and I had to get rid of some books for moving purposes. But the first one is Around the World. I have colored in here. I've done a handful of images. So we have Greece. We have Canada. Something great about the book is that it is labeled. So you kind of, you know which country or city it's in reference to. This is Barcelona. So let's see. Another Greece image. I know I also did the Germany page. I have a whip in here. Where's Germany? Here is Germany. So really, really like this book. They all have 46 images, which has always to me been weird. Like, that's a random number. Why not 50? But anyways, so 46 images. I've done, I don't know if I have a tally. I don't. I've done a handful in here. Then I have Glorious Gardens, which I have not colored in. This was very kindly gifted to me, and I just haven't had a chance to work in it, but it's a beauty. It's a lot of very green, luscious gardens. So here's a little bit of a preview. So make sure you have plenty of green for this one. But yes, have not colored in that one yet. Then there's Wonders of Nature, which was also very kindly gifted to me. I don't think I've colored in this one yet either. Yes, I have not, which, oh, I feel disgusting saying that because I genuinely love these books. But this one has many more animals as compared to Glorious Gardens, but still a lot of greenery and also a lot of like water. So also a lot of blue, which makes sense with nature and everything. So if you were looking at Glorious Gardens, but maybe you wanted some more animals to color, check out Wonders of Nature. I think it's one of his newer books. I want to say he has another one. He has been released another one since then, or maybe there's one coming out. I don't know. He's a great one. He's a great artist to keep an eye on. Spectacular Spring Scenes, also very kindly gifted to me. Those books are all gifted to me by the same person. I also haven't colored in this. Well, with this one, I have an excuse. I'm waiting for spring. We got a huge snowstorm yesterday. We got over a foot of snow. We're getting another foot or more of snow in like 2 days. So I am not in the spring feelings just yet. So I think I'm going to hold off on this one until I can see the ground and not just feet and feet of snow. But a lovely book. Again, lots of luscious gardens, lots of greens, lots of blues, and some animals, but not as much as Wonders of Nature. But I have to say, I adore this image here with this little baby. So sweet, so cute, love it. And then I also have Autumn Inspirations, which is another one of his like seasonal books. I have done some in here because I purchased this one in Germany and then brought it over with me. Come on, I've colored. Okay. So I did this one in 2022. Just some kayaking. I've done at least one other one. I did this one. This one I had a blast with because like autumn and pumpkins, you know, they just go hand in hand. So this one was a lot of fun, and I know I've done, at least I think I've done, yes. I did the apple picking one. I actually did this one during the summer when I first got the book, and I figured something like picking fruit could also be a summary page, even though apple picking is obviously a more autumn thing, but that's fine. But yes, it's a great, great book, and I will also be saving this for the actual season, so I will hold on to this one until like September, October. Then I have Country Scenes, also of course George Tufexis. I don't know if I have a tally. I of course do not. I think I'm going in order in this one. So beautiful outdoor scene, lots of greens and blues as to be expected. Then I did this one. I am a complete and utter sucker for like a red farmhouse looking kind of house. That is my dream house. I don't know why. So coloring this, I was just like, yes, amazing. The blue roof might be a little much, but I just love a red house. And did this cabin in the woods. This one made me cackle because I accidentally made this bear be just a little overly happy and a little borderline creepy. But if you don't mind the slightly creepy bear, it's a very nice picture. Then did this really beautiful like autumn page. I did it in August, but since I'm going in order, I just did an autumn page in August because who cares? And this really reminded me of New England because we have the beautiful foliage, you know, and very different colored trees during the autumn season. So this to me just screamed New England. And then loads and loads of other beautiful images. Look at all these vegetables. That's gonna be a fun one. So country scenes is amazing. And then my most colored George Tufex's book is Christmas. I've had it, I think the longest out of all of the other ones that I have. The one that I've had the longest is the one that ended up passing on, but Christmas I've had for a while. I think I have a tally. According to this, I did 12 pages. That could be wrong. I might have done more, but it's lovely. I unfortunately didn't get a chance to color in it this Christmas season, but maybe I will this month in February because who cares? So really lovely book. And I think it's a great color by number for Christmas. I know a lot of people find his books to be kind of intimidating because of the level of detail. What I find really, really helpful is picking out all of the markers that you need. So there is this color chart in the front, right? So what I would recommend and how I do these images is I will pick out all of these colors, whether it is markers, pencils, whatever floats your boat. So pick them out and set them in front of you, right? So then when you're coloring, you don't have to continuously be like digging and searching, being like, what number did I use for 7? You know, what was light orange? If you just keep them like organized in front of you, for me at least, it takes a lot. It takes basically all of the stress out. It's all organized, it's all in front of you. And the color palette is not huge. It's 24, right? So that's not a large color palette. Color Questopia used to have a bigger color palette. So I would highly recommend just picking the colors ahead of time before you start coloring anything, and then just having it in front of you. And that way, I usually actually end up doing a couple pictures at a time because I already have the colors picked out, right? So I'll do one image and then immediately another one. So just a little piece of advice, and maybe not advice, but kind of how I color these images and what I find to help me take some of the stress out of it. I own only one Alice Mills Publishing coloring book, and it is Cute as Christmas, and it is from the Mosaic series. So I don't actually own anything from her cross stitch series, and I really love this book. I did a handful this Christmas season. There are so many cute sweaters. I did do a full flip of this book on my channel if you're interested. So loads of sweaters. There is a swinging elf. There is another sweater. Let's see, I had a friend also color one of the images. She did this one, which is another sweater. So lovely, lovely. There's some snow globes. But yeah, and it's on the premium paper. So it's like the shiny, really smooth paper. I used alcohol markers in here. I know some folks use permanent markers. I don't know if colored pencils would lay down very well on this paper, but I think alcohol, permanent, maybe water-based markers. I haven't tried that, so can't speak upon that. But really fun book, and she has a huge range of books, so definitely check her out. My one and only Belva family book, and it is Party Patterns, and I am more than halfway done. So there's a total of 30 pages overall. The ones that are highlighted are the ones that I've already done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I only have 5 pages left to go. I have Hot Wheels Party, Jingle Bells Party, My Son's Party, Father's Day, and Brazil Carnival. Everything else has been completed. I use a combination of cross and dot method. Cross is my favorite though. And these are so fun and super duper relaxing. The images come out looking really cute. I'm just a complete sucker for pixel books. I love pixel books, and I will definitely be finishing this one in 2023. At one point, I thought I might finish it in 2022, but then I realized I actually was going to university and working, and that really, kind of caught up with me in a way. So I didn't get to finish it, but I'll definitely be finishing it this year. My very well-loved traveled book is Disney Princesses, Dots, Waves, Lines, and Spirals. So now we're moving into my one color books. This bad boy has been around for a very long time with me. I know it was the first one color coloring book that I purchased. I have done so many images in here. You can always tell who the princess is, which I adore. Yeah, I have done most of the images in here. I want to say I'm definitely past the 50% mark. That one I messed up. We're counting it as completed. But yeah, I think I have a tally. Please tell me I have a tally. Maybe it's in the back. Let's see. Yes, I have done 37 images. And there's a total of 52. So I've definitely done more than half. This book is fabulous. I have brought it with me basically every time I've flown anywhere, because you just need this and like one gel pen and you are good to rock and roll. So amazing book. Then Lines coloring book, Christmas by Jennifer Rowling, also known as Cactus Girl. I don't know why she goes, or the artist goes under multiple names, but they do. And this beauty, I'm just going in order. Also very fun and amazing. Just grab one marker, you're all set. I also use such books to use up gel pens. As you can see, this one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gel pens. But yeah, I have done, let's see, I think 17 images. There's a little Olaf, there's a little bear. Also used up some markers, a nice penguin. Yeah, I've done 17 images. I've also done 2 images in the back, like the bonus pictures. Let's see. So I did the unicorn in January 2023. And then I also did the pixel one in 2021. So more than halfway done with this one, and also some of the bonus pages done. And the last 2 books are Spiroglyphics by Thomas Pavitt. I adore his books, and I love how these images turn out. So the first one is the Disney villains. These I do also just go in order, and I don't look up who the villain is going to be. So I want to be surprised. Nice little Captain Hook. Use some very neon pens there. This is Cruella. It's hard to tell, but that's on me because I used up really bright greens. More. So that's a terrifying one. Also my bad on using the colors. I would highly recommend using darker colors in these books. It's just easier to tell who is on the image. I really like how this one turned out. Also love the blue. And I'm more than halfway done with this book. So I've done 12 images, and I think there's a total of 20. Let's see, 19, 20, yep. So out of 20, I've done 15. Did I say 15? Now I'm forgetting. No, I lied. I've done 12, so more than half. And then the second one and the last book in this video is the Harry Potter Spiroglyphics. I love Harry Potter. I've read all the books at least once. I've seen all the movies at least once. I went to see some of the movies in movie theater once I was like, old enough. So really big fan over here. So this book was like a no-brainer to me when it came out. I think I've done a little bit less pages in here as compared to the villains one. But we have a picture of Harry, Hermione, Ron, Dumbledore, Hagrid, Snape. Ooh, little Valdi here. That's it. So I've done 7 images, again, out of 20. These are so fun. And it just, like, coloring in this immediately brings me back to, being younger and experiencing the movies and the books for the first time. So I think I read all the books, like, retroactively. Like, they have already been out for a while, except for the last book. So that one I read, I think, like the week that it came out. My brother had went and purchased it the night that it was released. I think he was like one of the people that was at the store at like midnight, I think. And he, of course, had to read it first, but he let me borrow it after. So this just brings back a lot of like childhood memories, positive ones, which is nice. But yes, that is my whole collection of color by number and one color books. Most of the color by number are, either George Tufaxis or Hatchet Heroes. And that's because at this point, I kind of really know what I like to color and what I don't. And I declutter quite often as well. So I've slowly phased out books that don't interest me anymore. And I don't purchase from certain companies anymore, not because there's anything wrong with the books or the companies, but just because I know that style no longer really fits my preferences. So that's why I have the collection that I have, and I'm really, really happy with it. It's obviously more than enough coloring material, and I will continue to work in it. And hopefully you'll be seeing some of these books completed soon. But I just love color by number. I think they are a great book to reach for when you just want something like brainless and relaxing, and you don't have to like worry about like what color to pick or is this gonna look good together. Because honestly, if it doesn't look good together, you can just say, hey, I followed the instructions, right? But yes, I love color by number. I love non-color by number. And there are 3 videos of my non-color by number collection. So make sure to check those out. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.